All right.
Yeah!
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Very good. Fantastic. Well, I can tell you folks one thing. If I see one more superhero movie come out, I think I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I think I've had enough. If I see one more idiot in a cape on a billboard, I'm going to be the next Incredible Hulk remake, if you know what I'm trying to say. And so it just this year alone, this is what we've got. We've got Suicide Squad, Deadpool, Jack Reach Around. We've got Captain Fantastic, Doctor Strange, Batman versus Superman, Aquaman versus Dryer Man. We've got Captain Planet Civil War. There's X-Men Apocalypse, Mighty Mouse Armageddon, and Max Steel, and of course Ben Affleck presents The Dark Knight Also Rises 2, Welcome to Earth. I'm sick of it at this point. And I just kind of want to just like bust into one of these Hollywood executive meetings and just tell these guys, interrupt whatever conversation they're having about tying in a feminine hygiene product with a superhero or whatever commercialization they've got going on, and tell these guys, like, literally, you can make a movie about anything right now. Anything, as long as it's not superheroes, and I'll watch it, you know? Like, where does salt come from? Let's make a movie about it. As long as we don't find out that salt comes from the seawater cultivated in Aquaman's underpants, I'll watch it. I'm game. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as the movie just doesn't have Batman in it. I'm just sick of Batman. And like, I get it. He's a fan favorite. He's angsty. It's very appealing to young men, you know. But he is just the biggest, whiniest, emo superhero I've ever seen. Just like skulking around in the dark, feeling conflicted, you know, oh, my parents died and I'm a billionaire, like, fuck you, dude, you know. Tons of kids, parents have died in front of them, and they're not billionaires, and I'll tell you what, they're fine. They either pick themselves up from their bootstraps or they do drugs. They don't have to put on this flying rat suit and sneak around Gotham City. And for fuck's sake, Gotham City. I mean, it's in the name of the city, you know? And so he's just sitting there in the dark, single bat tear, I should say. Oh, I'm so angry, but I'm so moral. Oh, I save the city every day and nobody notices. Fucking murder! And like, I'll tell you what. Oh, come on, Batman, just take off your mask, be this handsome billionaire for a minute, and like build a YMCA for Gotham City. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to kick the crap out of these guys who are loading TVs in the back of a truck. Just help the infrastructure and get these guys some real jobs or something like that, you know? It just kills me. And he just needs to relieve some stress. And so just go out and have sex with any woman you want. Or Robin, you know? It's okay. Obviously it's going to be Robin. You know, we know Robin's the guy. And so instead of just writing bad poetry about your boy wonder, just take him down into the Batcave. And you know, okay, so speaking of which, back to superheroes in general, we've got, you know, these bulky guys in these form-fitting fabulous costumes. You know what I'm saying? Like, could these gay undertones be any less subtle? Like, all they do, okay, so these guys all meet, they dress up, you know, intricately. They meet up in their secret underground lair. And they're all like, hey bro, show me your superpower. Nice. You know? And then they huddle together and they make a plan to go out and meet other guys who are dressed the same way so that they can wrestle for a while. You know what I'm saying? Blast each other with projectiles and stuff like that. And it's just like I'm watching these movies and I'm like, yeah, I get it. Chest-stick. And I just feel like, man, if we're like, as a society, if we're just at this boiling point, you know, if we've got just such tension under the surface where these kind of movies are just getting churned out at this rate. They're everywhere. Yeah. I think we just need to go ahead, go the whole 9 yards. Let's make all of next summer about gay porno in capes, right? let's just get it out of our systems, right? I'm sick of it, you know? Gay porno on the sides of the Happy Meal boxes. Fine. I don't care. Gay porno action figures for the collectors. And obviously you know what the button back does. And it's not like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to surround myself with gay porn, but it's just, I'm at the point where I would rather that than superheroes. You know what I mean? Like gay porn, ugh, Spider-Man, ugh, I can't see it right now. I can't take it anymore. So that's my suggestion, everyone. Do your part. Let's try to make it happen. I think you all know what your part is. Okay, so I'm going to back it up a minute here. Get a little bit more introspective for a second. Have you folks ever had the feeling where like, oh man, if I could go back in time and do this period of my life over again, I would do it so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, if I could just go back to high school and do it again, I'd be so fucking cool. Like, I'd fuck all the teachers. You know? Like, I'd be prom king and queen. I'd have cool hats and shit. People would be like, oh, what hats you got next? Oh my God. I'm just saying, like you get that feeling, right? You tend to want to sit in it, just get all nostalgic and stuff. And I'm up here right now to tell you guys that this is a fantasy, and it is not true. If you went back in time, you would make the exact same mistakes that you did the first time right over again. And the reason I know this is because I am proud to say I've recently traveled back in time 10 years. This is a fact. You guys want to know how I did it? Yeah. All I had to do was divorce my wife. It was that easy. I was like, I don't need you. I just need futon. And all of a sudden, I wake up on the futon, of course, surrounded by PBR, half-empty PBR cans. My hair is fucking long again. It's terrible. And I'm all of a sudden surrounded by these guys who are like knocking on my door at 2 a.m. Hey Nick, let's go on the roof. And I'm like, yeah! Hey Nick, call in sick to work. We're going to start a comedy troupe. Yeah! And so, and then I'll tell you this. Because I age like an elf, I look like I might be in my 20s right now. So instead of like when back in the day when I was sitting at the bar, looking like I was wearing my dad's blazer or something like that, being like, hey, I'd like a Bud Light Limerito Baja Blast. I feel like I'm actually in the scene. And of course, the whole time, the last year of my relationship, I was thinking to myself, man, I'm just a lady killer. I know it. I just got out there. I know what all these ladies are thinking. They're thinking about me. That's not the case. Turns out I'm still a dork. Turns out I have no idea what okay, for instance, I had no idea. I'm terrible at texting. I'm a bad texter. So for example, I only have access to 3 emoticons, which makes me technically autistic in the texting world. I'm like, hey, would you like to have a beer with me? Oh, you're busy. That's it. That's all I've got. And it's really got me rethinking this whole kind of that nostalgia feeling. Oh, if I could go back in time, I'd do it so much better. I'm starting to think now, I could go back in time to kindergarten, and I'd still screw it up. Even with all the wisdom and knowledge I have now, I'd still be like, it's a circle. Shit, square! Ah, damn it! And like worst of all, I'd be even bringing more baggage along with me as I went back. So for instance, I now know how fun kindergarten would be if I was drunk. Right? What a great way to start my academic career, with my juice box about halfway filled up with Jose Cuervo, like, very nice blocks, bro. So I've been thinking about these things, but I'm still trying to figure it out, trying to be cool. I saw a couple of hip kids, hip young wayward dudes listening to some music, and I approached them, and this is what the music was. Panda, 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 panda. Panda, 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 panda. So, of course, my first thought is, like, God damn, being cool sucks. And I was told later, I didn't even know this for the first set, but I guess that's a kind of car that looks like a panda. When you drive around, you feel like a panda or whatever. But the point of the story is it got me thinking about that noble, gentle bear, that inspirational bear. And I'll tell you what, it's inspirational for a couple of reasons. First, I'm just going to say this out for a technical thing. This is true. The panda bear was actually, in the early 1900s, taken out of the bear family by the taxonologists for being too gay. I think it's Papa Bear is like, why can't you be more like your brother Grizzly? You know, like they kicked him out, and this is true. And then early in the 21st century, they let him back in. Gave him a big bear hug. Said, you know what? You're a bear after all. You can look it up on Wikipedia. This is a true thing. But the other thing that really gets to me is he's secretly, you know, despite his gentle kind of gnawing demeanor, he's one of the most powerful animals alive. Simply because everybody is trying to get this bear laid. Everybody's working together to try to get this bear, you know, some whatever. I'm not even going to say. I guess panda putang. Is that what they call it? I don't know. But I'm saying, like, even China. Okay, so China and the United States don't agree on a lot, but they're both working together to get some panda action. You know what I mean? That's the kind of power that this bear has. And so, like, as a recently divorced guy, I can't help but thinking, like, well, I wish I had that kind of support, you know? Like, I wish I had scientists creating habitats where they thought that I could do well. Which I'm thinking, like, it's like a scaled down environment. I can bust in the door like John Wayne, you know, no men with beards within 10 square miles. And like warring nations, you know what I'm saying? Warring nations coming together to help me out. Even ISIS is like, oh boy, how can we help this idiot? You know what I'm saying? Like, uniting the world. So I can't help but be jealous of that goofy little thing. Anyway, that's what's on my mind these days. We're Wayward Comedy. Check us out at waywardcomedy.com. Hit up our Facebook profile. Check us out on Twitter. Hit up our Spotify. Check us out on Hot or Not. Make sure to hit hot. Check out our Tinder profile. Hit us up on Grindr if you're the type. Make sure you see us on Dick Bank, every single one of us. And if all of that fails, you can always see us at the New Mexican Registry for Sexual Offenders. Thank you very much, everybody.